What is going on, everyone? My name is Under the Radar and welcome back to the PGL Team Builders. I'm so freaking hyped to be building this team and to be telling you guys about it because, sorry I burped, because I'm facing a good buddy. My name's Sketchy Smeargle. I've been looking forward to this game the entire season for so many different reasons. But realistically, this game it means a lot because if I can go out of this game at 4-1 with like a plus 17 differential, I will be sitting so pretty. It's not even funny. So I really need to come out with a win, and I think I made a team to do that. Now, if you guys do not know what my team is, I did make a couple transactions that I will go over right now. I'll go over my entire team. My entire team is Sylveon, Victini, Hydreigon, Vaporeon, Darkrai, Rotom-Mow, Gligar, Hitmonchan, Mega Audino, Omastar, Rufflet, and Jirachi. So those are the ones that I can work with. Since I did drop Mega Bayonet and Floatzel for Mega Audino and Omastar, just figured I'd fill you guys in on that. Now, this team that I'm facing, you all thought I liked fat before this. No team that I have ever drafted has ever been as fat as this team I'm about to face. He has Clefable, Entei, Mega Venusaur, Alomomola, Jolteon, Ditto, Druddigon, Talonflame, Mienshao, Doublade, Bouffalant, and Skarmory. So, realistically, let's take a look at his team. Clefable, scary threat. It's more than likely going to be set up. He ran it against Nate and set up turn 1, so I'm kind of sort of expecting that. Entei is very strong. It's not very good against my team. I have multiple switch-ins to it, especially now that I have things like Omastar that 4 times resists Sacred Fire. I don't think he'll be bringing it. Mega Venusaur is actually pretty scary for my team, but there's so much of my team that can just blow it back that I'm not even sure if he'll bring it. Like Sylveon, Jirachi, Victini, Darkrai, Hydreigon, so many things can just blow it back with a very hard-hitting move that it doesn't really have safe switch-ins to a lot of my team. Alomomola, fat fish. A lot of people think it's setup fodder. It's not really setup fodder if it's used correctly. However, it could be coming to this game, honestly, because it's a very good switch-in to Victini if I'm not bringing Volt Strike. Jolteon is definitely coming to this game. It does way too much work to way too much of my team to not come to this game. I'll be extremely surprised if it does not come. Ditto, yes, it's a threat. However, I don't really have that many setup mons. I have Omastar, and then I have Calm Mind mons. Just don't bring them, and it's so much less of a threat because everything that he can get on his team, I have switch-ins to on my team. So that's something to keep in mind on that one. Druddigon is, I'm pretty sure it's going to be coming. It's one of his main ways of dealing with Victini because of Rough Skin, Rocky Helmet plus Sucker Punch. It can just do a lot of damage to me. So I really expect Druddigon to come. Talonflame, very scary burb. He's brought it, I'm pretty sure, to every single game. So that could definitely come. Also because I think he just really likes the mon. Mienshao, I think, is definitely coming. What set will be bringing? I'm pretty sure I'll be bringing Scarfed Regenerator. I don't think I'll be bringing Scarf Reckless, but Scarf Regenerator I'm pretty sure is coming. Doublade could come, but it's a Doublade. I have a Victini, a Hydreigon, a Darkrai. I have a lot of things that can just make it go out. Bouffalant, I don't think is coming. I have way too much that can outspeed it and way too much that can just hurt it in one hit. And then Skarmory, he likes Skarmory. Do I think it'll come? No. It might come just because he likes it and he likes to have his rocks and things of that nature. So I have a really good matchup in this game. I have a very, very good matchup. Now, because I knew I had such a good matchup, I made a very specific team. I mean, like, I put a lot of effort into this. I'm recording this right after I recorded my my transfer update for you guys. So Sunday, the week before the game, I'm recording this video. So let's just go ahead and take a look at the mons that I knew I would be bringing. First one, the biggest win condition on my entire team, Jirachi. I'm bringing a substitute 3 attacks Jirachi. I'm not bringing sub Calm Mind because I don't want to set up on his Clefable because it could be unaware, but I don't think it will. I think it'll be Calm Mind. but it could be unaware, so that means it's a little bit more threatening for me to set up against, and I don't want that. So along with him having Ditto, I don't want to set up the +6 Calm Minds, him come in with his own Ditto, copy my Jirachi, and just counter sweep me. That's not what I want. So I'm bringing Substitute, Psychic, Flash Cannon, Thunderbolt. This hits a lot of his team very hard. The only thing it doesn't hit is the Doublade. Now, that's not the biggest of deals, just because I can handle Doublade pretty well with the rest of my team, so that's something to keep in mind that I wasn't really too worried about. 104 speed. This is enough to outspeed, pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, Mega Venusaur with like an Adamant or Modest Nature max speed. That's what I outspeed. So if he's bringing like an Adamant or Modest Growth Mega Venusaur, I will outspeed it, and I'll be able to two-shot it if he is if he's like Adamant max speed. He'll have to be like max HP or max special type max speed. So he won't be able to take 2 Psychics no matter what. I can also 2-hit KO physically defensive if he's fully physically defensive. If he is max HP, max Spadef with a Fizdef nature, I can still 2-hit KO it, so that's very important to know. Especially after rocks, I can easily 2-hit KO him then. Especially if it's rocks and spikes, I can easily 2-hit KO him. Flash Cannon is there just for Clefable. It does 65% if he is physically defensive Clefable. After a Calm Mind, so if he's physically defensive, takes 1 Flash Cannon, Calm Mind's up, he dies to the second one. No matter what, very easy. I can set up a sub on both of them as long as they're not like super offensive. Like as long as Venusaur isn't like Earthquake or Knockoff or Hidden Power Fire or something like that, which I don't think it will. I think it'll be like Leech Seed, Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, and Synthesis. So I don't think we'll be running any of those moves, but I can hit it very hard. Thunderbolt is a very easy 2-hit KO on Fizdef Alomomola, even if he's like, again, max HP, max Spadef with a Fizdef nature. 2-hit KO with Thunderbolt. It's also 2-hit KO on Spadef Skarm. So this thing just breaks through so much of his walls. I can also set up a substitute on every single one of his walls. And then once I have a substitute up, the chances of him being able to break my sub along with taking less than 50% on one of his mons is slim to none with this thing. So if I can save it till late game, get up a sub, I just win with Jirachi, and that's very important. The bulk, 124 and 180. I'm trying to remember. That was so I don't have my sub broken by... What was it? What was it? Talonflame's Brave Bird? If he's Adamant, Choice Band, and Brave Bird, I don't think it breaks my sub. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Let me just double check that for you guys. Hold on one second. It was Adamant Sharp Beak. I'm able to have my sub not broken from that, and that's what I was going for with that. Basically, if I can set up a sub and just be bulky enough, I can take hits and be able to just be very fat, kill a couple things. I really like the way Jirachi works out in this game. In my practice games, this thing just did so much work, it wasn't even funny. The next mon on the team that I knew I wanted to bring was something I haven't brought yet this season, and that is my Choice Specs Sylveon. I wanted just Choice Specs Sylveon. It's so freaking out for his team. His only switch into it is Mega Venusaur, which is 2-hit KO'd by Psyshock. If he's like mixed defensive with a majority of it in Fizdef, he's 2-hit KO'd by Spec Psyshock, and 188 in speed allows me to outspeed uninvested. So that means if he's offensive, he won't be able to one-shot me, and I can one-shot him back with Psyshock. It's just so out for his entire team. I'm also running Hidden Power Fire so I can hit the Skarmory very hard. Hyper Voice completely one-shots Alomomola. It does so much damage to Clefable if he doesn't have Calm Minds up. Even if he does have Calm Minds up, it still two-shots him. It just does so much damage for his team. And then I have Baton Pass on there just to gain me some initiative and deal... I don't know how to put this, but if I have this thing in and I want to just kind of sort of make him take more hazard damage, I can Baton Pass out, force another switch, and that's really nice for me. But basically, it just hits so freaking hard. I'm so happy for it. I'm also running a Modest Nature, so Modest, Max Special Attack, Hyper Voice. That's just so freaking painful. Coming from base 110 Special Attack. Dear Jesus, there's no way anything is switching into this. So, after that, I knew I needed a way to deal with Talonflame and Entei. Like, I need something for it. It's so difficult for me to deal with both of them. I needed a guaranteed way of dealing with them. So I'm bringing my my Omastar, bringing a very unique set of Omastar. I'm bringing Stealth Rock, Haze, Spikes, and Scald. 92 HP, 252 defense, with a bold nature, 100 in special attack, 4 in special defense, and 60 in speed. Now you might be thinking, Kelly, there's no need to have this specific EV spread for a Mon that's basically just going to be getting up hazards and dying. Oh, my friend, you are so wrong. So, 60 in speed. I'm able to outspeed uninvested Clefable, or I think it's 20 invested Clefable is what it was. I'm able to outspeed it and haze it if it has its Calm Minds up. So that means he cannot set up for free on this thing. He just cannot do it. That's what I was going for with that. I also didn't need that fourth move, so I was like, you know what, it's better to have just an extra check to it. This is also very good if I'm going up against, say, the Doublade, and I'm able to haze that. That'd be really cool too. Stealth Rock on Spikes. If I can hazard stack his team, like if I can hazard stack his Skarmory and force him to just like kill himself to a combination of like Scald Burns and things of that nature, and force him to just continuously defog until he dies, whew, I will be happy. So much of his team does not appreciate hazards, especially Talonflame plus Entei. That's really what I want the hazards for. So that's what the 92 and 252 is able to do. Adamant, Choice Banded, Flare Blitz, and Brave Bird. Neither one of them can 4-hit KO this thing. Yup, 4-hit KO. So I'm able to set up on them. I'm able to set up my Stealth Rocks, Spikes. I can do so much to them. The 100 in special attack allows me to do 99.1% to Talonflame. 99.1. So depressing at the fact that I can't one-shot it. However, I need the rest of my EVs, so I'm willing to take that roll. It does 99.1% minimum. So if I get that low roll, I'm going to kill myself. That's if he's no HP investment though. So if he has like max HP and he's like the Spadef bulk up set, it is what it is. But I'm also running the Rindo Berry because he will know that, well, I don't know if he'll know this, but I'm assuming he will, that this is a very good switch into Talonflame. So if he's bringing the natural gift with the Lychee Berry, it's a base 100 physical attack grass type. So I'm able to eat the Rindo Berry, then turns into a 50 base power, and I'm able to take it, and then I can Scald it, and then I'm in just as pretty of a position. And then he has to switch out, and if he doesn't bring Scarm, he has no hazard removal, so then I can just go ahead and count the Talonflame as dead, and that's very important for my team. This thing puts in the finest of work. I can set up Spikes, Stealth Rock on so much of his team. The Clefable, I can let Clefable set up in front of me. I can get up my Stealth Rocks and 2 layers of Spikes and then haze him and then look at him like, okay, so we're back to where we were, except now you have all these hazards up on your side of the field, and I will be so freaking happy. Omastar is going to put in the finest of work. It might die pretty quickly, however, whenever it's all said and done, I'm going to be like, thank God I had those Stealth Rocks and those Spikes up. So, Omastar is going to be putting in the finest of work this game. The next mon that I'm bringing is the other free agent that I picked up, and that's Mega Audino. I'm bringing a max HP, max Spadef set with 12 in speed. This is for a couple different reasons. Actually, wait a second. What's Clefable's base speed? What's Clefable's base speed? What's Clefable's base speed? Is Clefable base 60? Ooh, I don't want to speed creep. Okay, so I know I just said I didn't plan on speed creeping the Clefable. However, I lied. I decided to speed creep the Clefable, mainly because if I get into a Calm Mind situation to where he sets up to like +6 or something on my Mega Audino, and I haven't toxic it or skill swapped it by now, and say he's at +6, I want to be able to skill swap him before he can Moonblast me and kill me. So I actually speed crept 12 invested Clefable, so I should be able to outspeed any variant of defensive Clefable, along with still eat up the hits just as well. I can live a +6 Moonblast if it's uninvested. It does about 77% maximum. So if I'm at full health and I just take Stealth Rocks or something like that, I should be good to go. I can skill swap it, toxic it, do whatever I need to do. And the Jolteon, Timid Life Orb Thunderbolt, does about 33%, so I can still take that on pretty well, and that's about it, as well as I expected to take it on, or I was hoping to take it on, so I'm okay with that. I wish I could take it on a little bit better. I wish I could avoid the 3-hit KO all the time, but I think outspeeding the Clefable, getting off a guaranteed skill swap, because for some reason I have this feeling that he's going to get Toxic. I'm going to skill swap him once. He's going to see what I'm trying to do, and then he's going to come in on something like my Jirachi and start Calm Minding up as I Flash Cannon it, and I don't know, like some crazy hacks might happen or something like that, and then I'm just kind of sort of screwed. So I want to be able to skill swap it after the fact in case something happens. I think it's just better to be safe than sorry in this situation. So just ignore what I'm saying about the speed, but everything else on Mega Audino should be the same as it is in the video. I recorded this like 2 days ago, so a little bit of changing after the fact, but I think this is a really good change. I'm bringing Knockoff, Wish, Toxic, and Skill Swap. Does anybody want to take a guess as to what Skill Swap is for? Nobody? I plan on Toxic stalling his Clefable. So, with the Spadef, it takes him to be up to +5 to do 66% to me. So if I let him set up to +5, and I've already Toxic him, and I skill swap him, he will be losing so much damage. All he needs is 3 hits of Toxic, and then I can send in something like my Victini or my Darkrai to just completely obliterate it. So, or if I had like Iron Head on my Jirachi, I could just completely blow it back then. So, skill swap is going to be very important at weakening that Clefable, completely neutralizes it. It also works pretty well against his Alomomola. If I have Mega'd up, I can skill swap its Regenerator away, and then I can have a Regenerator Mega Audino, and that'd be pretty cool. Also, something that you guys might not know. Say I Toxic his Clefable, and I don't skill swap it right away. He might think, well, that was pretty stupid. Say like 3 turns have gone by. Toxic still racks up. So the 3 turns that he'd be taking, like he would have taken 6%, and then I think it's like 12%, and I think it's like 18%. He'll still be taking that 18% that he would have been taking at that 3rd turn of Toxic. So just because he's not taking the damage right away doesn't mean he won't be taking it when I skill swap him. So that's pretty important, and that's awesome for me, because if I do skill swap him right away, it's just as cool. Granted, he can switch out, get his Regenerator back, but then he's losing all of his Calm Mind boosts, and then I'm in a better position anyway. So I love the way this thing works out. I'm so happy with it. I think it works out so well, and I don't think I could ask for much more with this team. Well, with Mega Audino at least. This is also there to kind of sort of knock off Jolteon's like choice specs. I think we're bringing choice specs Jolteon, excuse me, along with like Banded Talonflame. If he doesn't bring the natural gift Lychee Berry, I can do a lot to this thing. So knockoff is very important, and Wish is there to keep my Omastar healthy. Since it doesn't have natural recovery and it can wall so much of his team, and hazards are so important in this game, I'm gonna be able to keep it healthy. So if I can Wish it up, that'd be really cool. And if I still have Regenerator from Alomomola or from regular Audino, even better. So the next mod on the team is going to be my Gligar. I'm bringing a Fizdef Gligar. This is my main check to Mienshao. Granted, if he's running Hidden Power Ice Mienshao, I'm kind of sort of screwed, but I'm not really sure if he'll be bringing mixed Mienshao. But Earthquake, Roost, Taunt, and Rock Slide. I'm not bringing Defog again. I brought it like once. I've never used it. Earthquake is there just for his Entei. Rock Slide is there just for his Talonflame. Earthquake also hits his Mienshao very, very hard. And Taunt is there also for the stupid Clefable. A lot of his walls are Taunt bait. A lot of them. I outspeed Venusaur if it's uninvested. I can Taunt that and keep it from leech seeding, sleep powdering, doing a whole plethora of other things, and that's really important. And then Earthquake is there just for general stab. It just hits hard over the entirety of his team. And I really like it. I really like the fact that Gligar can put in a decent amount of work, combined with Omastar's like hazard stacking capabilities and being able to taunt things and force them out. The final mod on the team is just a very standard Choice Scarf Victini, able to outspeed, I believe it is Adamant Entei, max speed Adamant Entei. It's very hard hitting against his entire team. It works out pretty well. It's a very good late game cleaner. Especially if all he has left is like the Jolteon, I can just clean it up. He's also Life Orb Mienshao, that's really cool. But yeah, very standard Victini set, late game cleaner. It could do just as much work as the rest of my team could, honestly. But I'm very happy with this team. I put a lot of thought into this team. I'm so excited to use Omastar. It makes me so happy that Omastar is so unique for this game. But make sure you guys let me know what you guys think of the team. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you leave a like down below. Also, go over to Sketchy channel, give him a subscribe. Let him know that I sent you. Give him some love. He really deserves the love. So, with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.